I'm 𝐞𝐫𝐸𝐭, Friends of Smith Cove. There are stormwater projects on the agenda. Sorry. Thank you. I still haven't mastered the machinery. There are stormwater projects on the agenda which take, of course, city monies, public monies. There's an amazing thing that has happened here where the city civility, the Sound West group, ended up being erasure of a salmonid restoration plan for Smith Cove. That's actually what hooked me into this. I don't even know what to call what's going on in the city. So it's dates from 2014. It's still actually pending. It has to do with rehabilitating shore. It's for forest fish. It's to help the salmon. And you would never know it exists. And that's because the city decided they needed to help Sound West Group. And to do that, they needed to eliminate effectively the recreation designation of the Evergreen Park Smith Cove area. That designation incorporates ecological stewardship, and that's gone. And it's a crying shame, and it's a violation of the GMA planning goal for the environment. Thank you. Thank you. 𝐞𝐫𝐸𝐭, Friends of Smith Cove. Smith Cove in Evergreen Park has a stormwater outfall. It's in the city's records. It's in the GIS mapping for stormwater. It's called ST17. You can see a groove on the beach after rain, and even well after rain, water comes sluicing down. The topography makes all the water in the area sluice down into Smith Cove. At the mouth of Smith Cove, on either side of it, either corner, are two other stormwater outfalls. Smith Cove gets a disproportionate amount of the city's stormwater, therefore pollution, including 6 ppd. You would never know it if you ever listen to the city. It's erased along with the ecological stewardship for Smith Cove because of Sound West Group. The other thing, I have an email from Wesley Larson to the mayor, September 14, 2018, telling him what the fantastic opportunity zone plans he has, number of OZ funds, 50 million a pop. We're going to go to the capital markets and raise this money. Subsequently, Genovese basically said, not so fast, you're embezzling. So despite all the kudos Sound West Group gets and the city gets for helping Sound West Group, including from the dais at council, we don't know actually what has happened. It turned into a money-grubbing affair with name-calling between partners of Sound West Group. And now we have a Sound West Group partner on the Planning Commission. In 2017, the mayor ran on getting builders' attention by tying homelessness and gentrification to increased heights and expedited permitting. A few years later, he bragged he accomplished that. What he accomplished, from my review of city public records, is that DCD started in 2019, right off the top in 2019, trying to figure out a way to concoct a map gimmick that would give DCD cover to slip Sound West Group a special favor, and they did. In 10/11/22, these special favors manifested in a DCD decision, which basically said, it's isolated, don't worry about it, it's exempted, they don't need a shoreline permit, it's all a sham.
Another shoreline designation that we're proposing is an isolated designation. So an isolated shoreline designation recognizes that your land, though it may be within 200 feet of the shoreline, which is the shoreline jurisdiction per state code, while you may be within that 200 feet, your parcel is divorced from the shoreline, essentially. There's no connection there. And there are a couple of parcels near Evergreen Park that we're proposing to apply this to. There's a separation of Evergreen Park, and then there's additionally the Sheldon Boulevard there that separate these few parcels from the shoreline. And yet they are barely in the shoreline jurisdiction. So we're proposing to add this isolated designation so that the buffers that would normally apply in these situations don't apply to these parcels that are separated by the park, separated by Sheldon Boulevard.
This fabric is supposed to be a way to mitigate the toxins that were discovered here. That is what the remediation of the 90s was supposed to fix or mitigate. But you see it's exposed, and the bank is actually eroding. Here's a tree with the roots exposed down to the level of the beach. There's a name for this fabric. It's not just tar paper. It's specially constructed and treated. And you see the riprap, the hard armoring, basically has traveled over time. You see here, it's like it's gone. It rolls down, ends up here. And I believe the restoration plan calls for removing all this rock material. This is not natural rock. Some of it's just concrete chunks. The tiny crabs that live here, they live under these rocks. They use them as shelter. So they get an honorable mention. Of course, when these are removed, what's to become of them? You can see the grade of the beach. By the power tower around the bend, roughly towards the Friedman building, underneath of that area of beach. I think that's the last decision, that is what's to be rejiggered to make it more ideal for forage fish, a more natural beach to help the salmon.